Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today I'm doing the first of my patron videos for the month. This one is for Sharon, and she gave me a really fun challenge this month. She wanted a theme based on a song. She gave me a couple of different song options, and when I saw this one, I knew that I had to do it. But first, I want to show you her journal. So if you're unfamiliar, I do a lot of Dutch doors on my channel. That's where you make cuts and pages. And so the top tier of my patrons get a journal after 3 months of being a member. And they pick out the journal, I order it, and then I decorate it per their specifications on a video like today, and then send it to them. So that's pretty fun. This one is the Radiant Raccoon from Archer and Olive. Everything that I mentioned, by the way, I typically do have affiliate links for down below. Most of the time it's just the link to the main shop, and then you can search for it there. They do often sell out, so sometimes you can't find things. So sorry about that if things are sold out that you like the look of. I'll mention where all the tapes are from that I can remember later. But first I want to tell you about today's theme. So she chose one of the songs that she sent to me was Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. And if you don't know, I was a music major. I majored in saxophone performance, so a lot of it was jazz. So when I saw that she picked that one, I had to immediately choose that one and start thinking about everything that I could do. She said she wanted greens, blues, hints of beige or pink. So we're going to go mostly blues, try to get some music stuff in there. I have a lot of tapes with music notes on it. Try to get some other things in there. But as we start this off, I do need to tell you a few things about Rhapsody in Blue. So what is the easiest way to do this? Should I just tell you before we start decorating? Probably. Okay, so Rhapsody in Blue is a musical portrait of the early 20th century New York City. It was one of the first major musical masterpieces that blended jazz and classical music. And so it was kind of controversial at the time, both because of that. Some of the reviewers did not like, some of the critics did not like the way that he blended the music or things like that. But also it was controversial because George Gershwin was a white man. And he used jazz, which originated in the New Orleans area in the African-American communities. So that was in the late 19th, early 20th century. So the fact that George Gershwin came and did it and popularized it was kind of a controversial thing at the time and still continues to be to this day. So his work with this song did spark discussions around Black music in America, namely about how white composers such as himself could gain that recognition because of it, but then Black composers faced systemic barriers and things to being seen for the things that they're doing. There was also a class divide because of what was looked at as high art, aka classical music, and popular music of the day like jazz, blues, etc. It was this discussion of what forms of music were seen as so-called legitimate. And I heard a good description of it recently. What was it? You guys all know the musical Hamilton, right? And how it's got hip-hop in it. And it kind of popularized hip-hop in a way that it moved hip-hop to some audiences that hadn't listened to hip-hop before seeing it on Broadway, right? So Rhapsody in Blue did that for jazz. George Gershwin didn't invent jazz, didn't invent blues, anything like that. He just said, hey, look at this amazing American music. This is the voice of America. And sorry if you're not interested in this, but as a musician, as someone who studied this stuff, I feel like if we're doing a spread based on this, we have to have a little background and understanding of where the song came from. Here's a quote I found from Bill Charlap, who is a Grammy Award-winning pianist. He said that Rhapsody in Blue is a masterpiece. It touches people in a way that they don't even know they're being touched. It's a painting of time, a painting of a dream, a painting of possibility. Sure, there are areas in which it fails, but you can't forget the tunes. It sounds like America. So that kind of wraps up my little spiel teaching you about this song. I think it's important to know the history of where things came from. So we are now going to go ahead with all that said. Pause here if you've never heard the song. I should have said that earlier. Go listen to it. It's all over the place. Look for the original version. I think it came out in, I don't know. Look for the original version of the song. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. Listen to it, understand, and let's decorate a fun spread based on that. Anyways, in my spreads, I always mention that I don't do this first page because this is kind of blank. So I start here for my patrons, and then they can decorate this with like a title page, a cover, a first page that is not part of the Dutch door, etc. But I have a ton of supplies here that I've been collecting into this box while I find the perfect stuff. All of these are a set, and I got them from Journal Say. I don't know if they still have them, but we're definitely using this piano today. Then this also came with it, these florals. Then we also have these blue tapes that I thought were really cool, and just kind of how the song blends classical and jazz. I thought it would be really cool to blend all sorts of different textures and things to kind of pull together the image of the theme of this blending of jazz and classical by blending various textures and various things that might not otherwise go together, but they all go together in the blue scheme of things. But so those were from Journal Say. This was also from Journal Say. So was that. These were all from Journal Say. These are from Washi Tape Shop. I'm not sure where I got this one. And throwing tapes. This is pre-cut washi tape from Wrong Wrong Devo Illustration that just came out. And if I decide to put in people, I've used this tape quite a bit already. I just got it. But if I decide to put in people, I definitely wanted to put in some people of color, knowing where this song originates from. So I had some blue of that, and I may look at some other stickers. I don't know if I'm going to put any people in it, though, just because this might be enough. So the other thing Sharon had said was that she does not want any highlighter in this or anything like that. So we're just going to go for it. I need to decide if this is going to be a horizontal Dutch door or a vertical Dutch door or a mixture of things. I've kind of been loving the faux Dutch doors lately. So we could do that. If we folded it here, we might be able to get 2 more Dutch doors into it. Okay, we're going to do a faux Dutch door in the middle just because I love doing that these days. It is so fun. And it just gets us a few extra pages in there, a little more useful space. So you just fold it down the center like that. And in this center one, all right, so some of the tapes are on white, have white on them, so those are not as useful on the white paper. But this one is like dark with white, so that'll work. This one has black music notes on it, so that'll work. And of course, the piano will work. I think the piano, thinking about these textures, I think this one's gonna go here. And then maybe this one. We also have these really cute like saxophones and things, and I was a saxophone major, but it's on the white, like the white music notes. So that's going to be hard to see. So I'm just thinking about this, trying to figure out how we're going to bring this together. Okay. I think we're actually going to start with this one on here because it'll be a little bit in between whatever we do here and the page after. So if I have music notes, they're split up a little bit. But we have to use the piano somewhere. That is a requirement. I don't know how well this will line up from front to back, but we would make it work. So we're just going to go ahead and put that down there. and just go for it and see what happens. This is always like the terrifying part of not knowing where a spread's going, but I do always say trust the process and see where it goes. So anyways, this is one of those songs that as a music major, as a musician, you know, you study. I'm going to get one of the new sticky mats that I have to help pull this off. Where did that go? So you know it, you study it, you learn about it, and it really did change the way music happened in America. Where are those sticky mats? We're going to pause and find that because I think it's important for today with all these tapes. Okay, so here's a sticky mat, and what I have been doing is putting it down, and then I can easily, maybe, easily lift the tape and pull off that bottom backing later. Okay, so we're gonna put this, no, oh my gosh. Here we go, come on up. Hold that down a little bit, figure out where it's going, and then put it down. There we go. Of course, it's sticking to other stuff now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this out so that we know where things are. We're gonna do this side first, then we're gonna do the other side to make it match. So there's kind of symmetrical from when you open from the center. And then we'll go ahead and decorate the center one once we know what the rest of it looks like. I was thinking about, this was the other idea I had that I did not do. It was the fact that Rhapsody in Blue has 5 different themes throughout it. There's like a train, and there is the jazzy theme, there's the more melodic, like romantic theme. And so I was thinking of doing like 1 page per theme, but I did not have all the like things that I wanted to be able to fully do each theme. Like I couldn't think through what each theme would really look like on the page. So that did not happen, but it was a fun idea. If you like music that has different sections to it, like, you know, classical music often has, you know, if you're looking at an opera, it has all the different songs and pieces and things like that. You could do Dutch doors based on each one. Kind of an interesting thought. Or for more popular music that isn't in like a suite or concerto or something, you could do based on an album and each page be a different thing in that album. That would be cool. Okay, so here is where we are going to find out what we're doing. So all these little thin ones we could easily cut, and you'd hardly notice that they're missing. So that might work pretty well. I don't want to waste too much tape, so I don't want it to go too far. I think that might be kind of the best that we've got. So I'm going to cut it here. And putting it down so these flowers go right in that spot. That's what I want. Okay. And again, some of it's going to go over the edge right here, and I am going to trim that off. I'm actually going to use the sticky mat. It's easier when trimming these things because it sticks it down, so then I can just trim off that little bit without this whole page flapping. Let's see, is there anything else right there? That looks pretty good. You can see It doesn't quite go all the way up, but that's okay. When you're doing the Dutch doors, it doesn't always work perfectly like that. All right, so this one we're doing a lot of blues, a lot of textures, blending various textures and things like that. And of course, there's gonna be the piano, there's gonna be music notes. Okay. So then I'm trying to think of where I want the piano. Do I want it on the very end or do I want it in here? I think I might want it on the last page here, and then we'll figure out something. Yes, I want it on the very first and last page right at the edge so that we see these black piano notes on every single page. And you can see it restarts right there. So I don't want that weird flower line in it. So I'm going to do it here. All right. So we're just going all over the place with this one. A lot of times I'll start at the beginning or start at the end of a spread rather than like jumping around, but this one I think needs jumping around. Okay. Also, someone told me don't peel it all the way off while you're placing it down. Can I? No, I need to peel it all the way off. Okay, leave it like this. Leave it on me for a minute. Oh, this is such cute tape. I love this. It's got the blue that Sharon requested. It also has the hints of the pink. And it's got the piano, which the piano is a major part of the song. All right, so we have this and we have this. And we need something in the middle. We want something that is going to bring some balance to it. There's a lot of blue here, a lot of blue here. I'm thinking something darker, perhaps. I did bring out this black lace washi tape because, I don't know, it just, the laciness feels a bit like that like 1920s New York. I don't know. I don't know about fashion. I don't know what was happening in New York in the 20s, but I just feel like maybe lace was a thing. I don't know, but I like the lace washi tape. It's an easy one for putting into the Dutch doors. Just which side do I want? Let's go this side. Let's see if we put it here. Let's just put it lightly down. If we put it here, it is going to reach that. So that is good. But I'm going at an angle right now. Yeah. Okay. We don't want to go at an angle if we can avoid it. So let's just try to bend it a little bit. Okay. So strange to me doing the backside first of these pages, but it is what it calls for today. Okay. That is very cute. Okay, we need to put it on this side too, so we have to figure out how to line it up, which it's not always a perfect lineup on the back side, but if I recall, this tape does pretty well. It's not exactly symmetrical, so it has this little gap, but again, I just go for it and trim it as best I can. I can trim it a little more from, let's see. No, I can't trim it too much more, but either way, it always looks pretty good because this is kind of like the back side of the page because the main part of the Dutch door is going to be viewing from here. Okay, I think I can trim this one a little bit more. We'll do it from this side though. Okay, look at how cute that looks. Oh my gosh. So I definitely need to use this somewhere. I need to get those textures in. I'm feeling like this needs to be part of like this one, but we need to get some other stuff in here. Okay, let's figure out the front before we continue the rest of it. I would love to see this, but I need something else here. How does this one look? It is that beige that she asked for. I love these, the way these music notes are written are very reminiscent of like jazz writing when you're reading a piece of jazz sheet music. So that is cool. These actually kind of fit really nicely together. How does that look though? And what could we do here to bring it together? So it would just be, we could put some boxes on the front page or just leave it as a whole decorative thing that you see the front and then writing inside. Okay, we're just going to leave it there for a minute. I haven't decided to put girls in it yet, but I would put her in it if we did, and then her. I absolutely love this outfit. I do like the feeling beautiful word as well. And I do like the blue is trust, loyalty, peace, and confidence. We could also put in the butterfly and little florals and things like that. Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking about what else I have that might have some girls in it. Let's see. Ooh, other PET tape boxes from Wrong that might have more. This one's kind of purple, but that might work. Not cozy winter. Gold for it might have something. Let's see. I'm standing over here by my desk with all the pet tapes on it. Okay, here are a couple. Oh, there's also Black Girl Magic. I don't know if they have anyone who's wearing blue. Let's grab those as well and just take a look. Okay, where are those? Here's one, and there are two of them, aren't there? Can't find the other. Okay, just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, we've got these. I don't know that any of them are wearing blue, but we can take a look. We've got this. She's wearing blue, but she's also got like a computer, which is not quite. Oh, that blue tape is nice. Maybe we'll use that for something. Okay. Just pulling out all the supplies, making a major mess. I do like these florals too. Okay, I like her, but this is a 1920s piece. Computers didn't exist. So can't do that one. Though I do like this tape potentially for something. Okay. I also like this blue tape with the script on it, as well as, come on. This one's got some pink in it too, but I could take the more blue sections. And some of the pink would work with the hints of pink that she wanted. There's also piano and stuff. Yes. Okay. So we'll grab the piano. So if we're doing the piano, we need to add this tape so that we have those hints of like the brownish beige. She's wearing too much pink. So I wouldn't grab the girls from this, but I'm definitely grabbing the piano. Oh my gosh, I have tapes unraveled everywhere. Okay, so that was from Bookworm, volume 5, 6. So many things, you guys. Let's check if any girls are wearing blue in this. Okay. It's a lot of pink so far. Okay. Put this one away. All right, let's check out Black Girl Magic because I feel like we do have some black in this spread as well, of course. And so even if they're wearing like a black dress or something like that, some of them have the hints of the beige in the outfits. And I think all that would still go together pretty well. So, let's see. I also really love this tape. It's not quite the right colors, but it is super cool and kind of blends all sorts of different abstract patterns, and I think that's awesome. What is going on here? Oh, this one didn't have a rubber band on it. That's why. Okay, so I don't think we're going to use this one. They're not quite fitting the vibe. The outfits are awesome, but they're not, I mean, 1920s, I'm not going to have any stickers with people from the 1920s, but I feel like the two outfits from this blue tape that I pointed out earlier actually would kind of work. So we're going to go with that. Okay. Moving my mess aside, we're going to go ahead and put these down. I'm going to put this one down first. And again, there's this line here where it resets. So we're going to start it down lower. And then put this down. We're going to get the whole Dutch door set before we put any of these extras. And I'm not sure I'm going to use this washi tape one. It's just all these different scenes. We'll see if I want to put it on the inside when we open this up. But there's this one scene that is this like rainy bookstore on a street. And it's a blue bookstore with kind of like, you know, the bluish rain. And it feels like it could be on a quiet street in a, you know, off a main street in New York City. And was really, really pretty. But it's the only one. I didn't want to use any of the others from that roll. So I'm not sure if a singular big sticker like that would really work or not, but we'll see. Okay, so then we have this one. And we're going to do it this way because this text is going that way and these music notes should go the same way. I'm going to decide if it being over the blue, just the tiniest bit, bugs me or not, because we could always trim it. But that's just a little bit extra work, and it might look nice being layered. Oh yeah, I like it just fine like that. Okay. Okay, That is cool. We'll definitely need to layer something over it, like the piano or one of the girls, or maybe one of the girls and the piano. I don't know yet. Okay, this one, because we're doing it again, there's this line, so we're going to bring it down past that line and then face it going the other way, so it's kind of symmetrical. Okay, past that line. This whole thing is going to be such a fun thing to look at from the center like this. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so there we go. I love this music tape. We need to get some more textures in here. We have this one, but grab these or this, probably not that. This, I have this one, but it might be too bright of blues. We'll see. Okay. This one, let's see if we can bring this up a little bit. Yeah, okay. There. Okay, this is coming along, you guys. Look at this. That is so cool. Okay, next up, back to this. So I'm just gonna cut it and get started. I feel like I have so much out here. There's such a mess, but that's okay. It's part of the process. I am trying my hardest to clean up after filming right away. I didn't always do that, and then the next time I come down here, it's like I have to clean up before I can actually do something, and that was difficult. So today, as I'm filming it, was the very last day of kindergarten, and now we're officially on summer break. It seems wild. Okay. We need to figure out where this is going. That kind of works pretty well. So, yeah, that'll work. Okay. Okay, peel that one off. This is such a game changer. All right, we're gonna put it right there and then try to make it go straight down. There we go. And again, we'll have some to trim. All right, so again, use that sticky mat for this so that this sticks down. Okay, I did not do a great job cutting some of these, or maybe I didn't cut those ones. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. It's coming along. Okay, we gonna find out how to pick up this tape. And let's see, we had done, yeah, this side. This is so much fun. And I just nicked the desk. That happens over time. Okay. Tape. Here it is. Got a tiny bit right over the edge there. I'll just trim that instead of trying to tear up the whole thing again. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause in a minute and come back to this later. We have activities this evening as a family. Gotta go wake up my son from his nap, a very late nap today. We were, you know, doing all the early dismissal of the last day of school. We looked at a kindergarten, not a kindergarten, a preschool for him. Busy day, so he had a late nap. All right, we're gonna finish this last piece so we can see the full Dutch door, and then I'll come back to it later. All right, and then this one's gonna go right here. This is turning out so fun. So as a reminder, let's see, of these tapes, this one on the furthest outside one is from Journal Say. It came as a set of music blue things. And then the next one over came from a Baroque lace tape set from Washi Tape Shop. And then this one was a singular item from Journal Say. I don't remember what it was, but I got it recently. I liked that it was already kind of cut out like that. Then this, I believe, was from Journal Say as well, maybe Soto Studios. And then this one was from Journal Say. Anyways, I'm going to come back to this later when the kids are in bed or something like that to finish it up, do all of this, do the decorating. All right, you guys, I'm back. We need some things on this. We need to decorate all of these little sections. I think some of these may be nice in it. Some of that may be nice, maybe this. Let's go ahead and get that piano. These music notes too, oh my gosh, with the little pink roses. Okay, so the piano, I like it right here. We're going to save that for a second. Some of these other things I may grab, but we're first going to grab her and put her right there. So does this go on the page with one of these, or do we put it on another page? Just thinking, I kind of like it like that, but I also kind of love this being with it. Okay, let's just put it down for a second. No, I think we leave it alone. We're definitely using this though. Okay, for this inner one, what if? So everything here is like a vertical Dutch door, I'd say, because you're cutting vertically versus horizontal. What if we have stuff coming horizontally here? So I need to put this down. We're going to put it there. I loved this script one. I feel like it goes with this as well. I feel like this needs to be up at the top. Down at the bottom. We'll go this way. Okay, I wanted the music notes like falling down. So we'll just start here. Get this side on, tuck in right on this piece. Try to keep it somewhat straight though. So the problem I'm having is that it wants to bend in the fold and then not be straight along this line. So do I trim this so that then I can just lay this down straight? Maybe. Or just try to lay it down. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, that looks super cool with the music notes the way they are. I feel like the bottom also needs it, or maybe we make like a frame all the way around. Okay. This one. What happens if, I'll trim that in a second. We're just gonna lay this down. I don't usually go all the way around, but I kind of like the idea of kind of having a little frame for this because it's the center of the spread. I don't know. We're just going to try it, see what happens. And then luckily washi tape comes up so easily that if I dislike it, I can just pull up the tape. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Trim it there. Trim it there. And then on these, I'm gonna try to do a straight line like how a picture frame would be. Okay. Okay, a tiny bit to trim on the corners, but I'm actually kind of okay with this if I can get enough boxes and things to layer. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at some of the other stuff that we've got. Okay, I could cut out the individual instruments. I think I might do that. Namely the drum, the saxophone, the trumpet. Okay. But I also, at this point, want to get some boxes. And I have a lot of new boxes, actually. I ordered from Mojo Jojo Plans and got all sorts of boxes. So I think we're going to do the black boxes today because that'll go really well with these. And these are the big black boxes. So we'll just manage and just lay down some boxes while we're doing this. I don't want too much other tape on this page because we have so much tape going on already. I'm going to do a little bit of layering and make a couple of little layered sections. Like that, I think. And then maybe one similar down here. So I'm going to grab similar sized boxes. Is that? Yeah. And then something a little bit larger. There we go. And we're going to do it down here. But we're going to do this one a little bit differently. I'm going to go like that and then layer this one. Okay, so then with this, I want to layer in the instruments. So I'll need to cut this better in a second. I'm just getting the instruments I want. Might as well grab this one too. Let's also add the violin. Yes. Okay. Just trying to make sure we won't really see the white of the music notes on this page too much, but I do want to cut off any of the flowers and things like that. Okay, here's this, and we are gonna lay these down so I can easily take off the tape. Okay, saxophone, that's the one that absolutely has to come on here. Come on, you're supposed to work like this. There you go. Okay, where is the saxophone going? Right there. Okay, so trumpet on the other side. Got some tape here. Okay. All right, since the saxophone's like right next to it, I feel like the trumpet I should put next to it as well. This drum will fit really nicely right there. This one like that. Maybe I have one more drum. Oh, there's a little bit of blue tape or flour stuck right there, so I'm going to trim that off. I think I'll put it right up there. And if I do that, let's put something else right there. So let's just do a harp because we haven't done a harp yet. I don't know that there's any harp in that song, but, you know, I like the harp. And there we go. Okay, so there's that page. I love how this is looking. We've got this. I love it with these little additions to kind of focus your eye. Do we want anything else, like some florals or butterflies on this page? I feel like maybe we could. That looks pretty. I like butterflies. And these stickers on the pet tape are great because they're not see-through at all. So you can just put them over things and it's nice and pigmented in the colors, which is super cool. I think one more butterfly on the other side, but like way up here. There we go. Okay, that part is done, I will say. Now we need to get some boxes in and then just decorate around. Maybe with a little bit of this. Okay. Let's just see what we do with this. Okay, we're gonna rip it up into little bits though. And I'm gonna stick them on the side of my desk. Okay. Start with this one. We can always pull this up if I don't feel like it's working. Okay, let's try putting a box or a set of boxes with it. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Do it this way, I think. All right, that looks pretty good. If we're doing that, we add a little tape here too, just for that balance. And grab some boxes. We will add a couple of other things to this in a second. I'm just trying to lay down all our boxes. Okay, and then if we are doing that, we can use this one. I think it would go vertical. Because of the text here. Okay, one more piece of tape for this side. This is pretty fun. We do need a couple of other things on it though. All right, and since this one's pretty skinny, I am putting a smaller box with it. I think it looks best over that way. Okay, this has something stuck to it. So just tearing that off. Okay. Making it a better rip though. There we go. That looks a little nicer. Okay. Also another small one here. When it gets this small, I might use like this whole page for one day, just so you know. So if that's the case, I might do something that kind of bridges the gap so that it shows that this is going to be for one day. And then do a kind of layout where we have boxes on both sides and they all kind of go together. So how do I want to do that? I will do one here. One right there. And then I think a decorative piece in here in a little bit. Okay, so let's do that stuff again. This is wanting to rip. Let's pull all of this off. There, okay. So how do I want to use this one? It's a similar thing where I want it to go across the page. And this one I might do a little different, where we're going to have one set of little boxes down here. And then one set coming off over here. And we can put some tape right here. That's going to help it a lot. Okay, we have not yet used this one. Just right here to pull it together. That was what was missing. Okay, figured it out. Okay, so before we put anything else down, I'm going to get this down. All right. So now we can get this one down. I think right about here, and another small skinny one just for balance. Do I want it below or above? Above. Okay. We are making progress on this. Okay. One piece up here and one piece down here, but I need to trim it a little bit. All right. Where are some more skinny little ones or smaller ones? This will work. All right. Then the last page for some tape and boxes, and then we can get a couple more like blue things in. All right, this one I'm putting over here to this side because this is so light blue, and we have this darker blue here that we can use over here. Okay, boxes. Since this one has more space than some of the other ones, if I can get these stickers up, we'll put 3 on this once I figure out where to put them. There's one. There's another. And some little ones. Let's put it here. Okay, so that is all the boxes. This is so fun. This is my favorite part right here. Love that. Okay, so there were some additional blue details that we can grab. Like this flower. The candles, that kind of sits really nice right there. I'm trying to get at least kind of one sticker in each little place. So this longer stemmed flower would work really well coming up like that. Okay. Obviously, some of these stickers won't work because I'm not going to put like a makeup palette or something on this. I love the blue florals of this though. Okay, here. This is a slightly different blue flower. And I do like it right on this kind of more empty blue space on that washi tape. Okay, then we've got her. So my question is, we have another girl that I wanted to maybe use, but if we use her, I think she has to go in the middle here versus on one of these side pages, because if she's on a side page, then I feel like I need to get one on the other side too. But would she work in here anywhere? I could move the harp and then put her here, or move the drum and then put her here. Let's put her down there. Yeah, that's pretty. We need something right there. Okay, goodbye, harp. What's gonna go there? Maybe a little flower? No, just a little flower to fill that tiny gap. Okay, right here, these two are coming up. By the way, when you make folds, sometimes things like to come up. So when that happens, I take my double-sided tape and tape it down, which I seem to have missed. Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. Okay. So I just tape it, and then it shouldn't come up anymore. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So now we continue over here. This is a really nice big set of flowers. Kind of ripping a little bit of it though. Come on, get both pieces. There we go. All right. I want to use this somewhere, but where? Maybe it doesn't work so well on this. That works there. We'll put it here. Okay. And we've also got this nice one, which has the cut line. So I could do it like right here. Not right next to that one. Okay, I'm thinking I might put it here. No. I don't think this one's gonna fit so well. Okay. But we haven't done the singular candle, so let's go ahead and put that one right there. And then I like this little bouquet type one. And that would be lovely right here. Okay. We do have a couple of blue quotes as well. We have feeling beautiful, which we could put somewhere, and blue is trust, loyalty, peace, confidence. Do I want quotes on this for Sharon? No, I don't think she needs quotes. Okay. Put in a few more of these little florals though. We got that one here. Okay, is there anything else? We didn't use this, but that's okay. We didn't use this, that's okay. Let's see, do I see anything else that I feel like I need to include? These are so cute. A little blue notebook. That's kind of cute. Let's put it here next to the flower. And we did put the piano here. I kind of feel like we could use the piano somewhere else. Like down here. Or it could actually fit really well right there. Let's try it. And we haven't used the bouquet with music yet. Oh, that's really cute right there. Okay. We will keep this one though. We will put it somewhere. Maybe. Right there. Okay. We have this. I want to use this. Maybe just right here. Yep. Okay. So, I think that we are done. So this is how it looks. So it's a faux Dutch door with 2 Dutch doors on each side for a ton of pages. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of journaling for Sharon. All right, so here's a look at it again from, you have your closed notebook. That's what it looks like when you've done something like this in here. And then you open it up and you see this. And this is all of what it looks like. That is so fun. Thank you, Sharon, for an awesome prompt challenge. This was really fun to do. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.